My wife told me it wasn't cheating. I confronted my wife Victoria about her coworker at our anniversary dinner. I'd seen their messages calling each other soulmate, 3-hour phone calls on our bill, the way she smiled at her phone every night. When I brought it up, she actually laughed in my face. Relax, it's not cheating. We've never even kissed, she said. She pulled out an article about emotional wellness in modern marriages. Physical touch is the only real boundary that matters. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I asked her, so those messages where he says he loves you? She waved it off. Friends can love each other. You're being controlling and insecure. Then she said the words that changed everything. Only physical stuff counts as cheating. That's the rule in modern relationships. She was so confident, so dismissive of my concerns. So if I had the same kind of friendship with another woman, that would be fine? I asked carefully. Victoria rolled her eyes. Of course. As long as nothing physical happens, it's just friendship. Those are the boundaries. She had no idea what she'd just authorized. Okay, I said. I understand the rules now. I ran into Victoria's best friend Olivia at the grocery store. She'd been crying about her divorce. I listened and gave her my number in case she needed support. When I told Victoria, she actually looked proud. Good, she needs friends right now. Soon Olivia and I were talking constantly. Victoria started noticing and her whole energy changed. You two talk a lot, she said. Her voice had this edge to it that made me want to smile. I told her, just being a supportive friend, like you and your coworker. Her eye twitched, but she stayed quiet. Then Olivia called me crying at midnight because she'd found more of her ex's lies. We talked until dawn. Victoria saw my call log the next morning. That's inappropriate, she said. So I showed her our phone bill with her coworker's 2-hour calls at 2 a.m. She went dead silent. At breakfast, she tried to act casual. Maybe we should set some boundaries, she said. I asked her which ones. She couldn't answer. Her sister's party was where everything exploded. Olivia showed up looking absolutely gorgeous. We talked by the pool while Victoria watched from inside. I could see her knuckles turning white around her wine glass. Her sister came up to me and asked, "Why does Victoria look ready to murder someone?" I said loud enough for everyone to hear. She thinks certain friendships are only okay when she has them. Her whole family started whispering. Right then, Victoria's coworker walked into the party. Her sister had invited him since they worked at the same company. He hugged Victoria in front of everyone, holding it way too long. Her dad saw it, and his expression changed completely. Olivia's ex started harassing her one night. She called me terrified at 1 a.m. Victoria was already asleep. I drove to Olivia's house to install new locks on her doors. Victoria woke up and found me gone. When I got home at dawn, she was shaking with rage. "You went to her house!" she screamed. I showed her the location history on her phone. Her car had been at her coworker's apartment until 3 a.m. recently. I asked, "Working on a project?" She went silent. Everything finally broke when Victoria's boss saw Olivia hug me goodbye at a coffee shop. The boss told everyone at Victoria's office. She called me screaming. "Everyone at work thinks you're having an affair," I said calmly. "But nothing physical happened, remember?" Dead silence. Then she said, "This ends now." Victoria demanded we both cut contact with our friends immediately. New rule, no opposite gender friendships, she announced. I actually laughed. "Now they're a problem?" I asked. She started crying and begging me to stop. "Olivia is falling for you," she sobbed. I pulled up a social media post her coworker had just made with her commenting, "Can't wait to see you tomorrow," with heart emojis. She grabbed my phone and scrolled through every conversation with Olivia, desperately looking for anything inappropriate, but there was nothing. She kept sobbing. "It's different. You're doing this to hurt me." I reminded her these were her boundaries. She called Olivia right there and started screaming about betrayal. Olivia sounded confused. "You told me these friendships were normal when I asked about your coworker," Olivia said. The call ended. Victoria looked at me with pure panic. "Please stop," she begged. I said, "You first." Victoria begged me to stop seeing Olivia. "I'll end it with him. Just please stay," she cried. Her phone lit up with his message. "Can't talk anymore. HR is investigating." She'd lost her coworker. I grabbed my suitcase. "I'm done following your rules." She watched me leave.